sometimes I feel like we're getting off track in search of the Bamboo Express, so we really need to focus and continue our journey. How are you?
And you?
Hello.
Well, we'd have to move the boats and just see if we put a ramp at the bottom and give them air. Oh, the boat waits. Balance for a second.
Hold on this.
Along our journey, we ended up taking this boat. It was small, skinny, it was long and skinny. It was made out of wood. What's your name?
I like his root beer name.
Mitch.
Nice.
Mitch.
Stay on there, buddy.
Just fell asleep.
So on this particular boat ride, we were looking forward to getting a little break from all the people that were selling us stuff left, right, and center everywhere we went. Unfortunately, here, being on a boat doesn't necessarily mean you're safe, because honestly, within 15 minutes of leaving the docks on this boat ride, a motorboat came up beside us. And at first we're waving, hey, how's it going? Next thing I know, they latch onto our boat.
So we had, little boats coming up along the side of our boat. Little kid would pop on the boat, climb like a little monkey kid.
He goes through our boat, asks him if we want a Coke or whatever. He jumps back on his boat and takes off with his father.
Now 5 minutes later, one boat from the left, one boat from the right, both with kids holding snakes around their necks, trying to sell us photo opportunities.
I think either she was trying to show us the snake or she was trying to sell it to us. I'm not too sure. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Honestly, the whole trip, no matter what we were on, people just managed to pull up next to the boats. So after about a 20-minute drive down the river, we finally started to notice what looked like some structures off in the distance. Of course, as we got closer, I started to realize that these structures were actually floating on the lake. Each individual building was like its own boat. The school was one boat, houses each were their own boat, the corner store was one boat, the hospital was a boat, there was even a church boat. Everything was floating on its own, separately, no roads, just water.
I've never seen anything like that before in my life. This whole community, this whole village that are on floating, bamboo.
Everything from your corner store to your school to your probably hospital, no, probably not a fire truck. We wanted to get something to eat, so we stopped off at this little restaurant. We got off the boat, we get into the restaurant area, and one of the coolest things that I can remember was this little girl. She was like this high, and she had a snake around her neck, just randomly, which was cool because this little girl was playing with a snake, where there's somebody like me who would never have that thing close to me. I touched it. That's as far as I go with snakes.
So this is what we call a Cambodian scarf.
We wanted to pick up some supplies to give to some of the students at the school.
We stopped at a store to buy some stuff for the kids. We bought some books and some pencils.
So we arrive at the floating school. Hello! How are you? And then everybody just came to the window or to the railing of the boat, and they're all there, very interested, like, oh! And we got, wheelchair lifted into the school, and all the little kids swarmed me. They were just so curious. I remember the little kids, rubbing my feet, on my shoes. They were all trying to wheel my wheelchair. they were all trying to, you know, just touch me or just interact.
It was almost like piranhas on meat, just kids everywhere. And they were crawling all over him, they were climbing up me, they were climbing up Scott. We had to lift them up with our arms. They would not leave us alone. I almost had to leave. It was just overwhelming. Luckily, Mitch took most of the attention and gave us a little break once in a while.
Slowly. One after another.
Do you know where the Bamboo Railroad is?
Hold on.
No? Okay. All right.
Mitch was surrounded by kids. Kids really take a liking to Mitch. They were surrounding his wheelchair. They were jumping all over us. And they were quite fun. They were really fun kids.
Oh! Trapped into it. I don't know. I was wondering, like, how did they get home? I guess did their parents come to pick them up on their boat? Does a school bus? I don't think they have a school bus.
School boat.
What if there's a fire? How would the fire?
Never
Never mind. Off topic. Yeah, it's a memory that will always stay with me. Just how inspiring these kids are.
It just amazes me that these people spend their whole lives just floating from one place to another.